Kay General Napeña, sir, una sa lahat, pakiparating po sa inyong mga opisyal at miyembro, pagbati, pasasalamat at pakikiramay, pagbati sa matagumpay na pagpatay kay Marwan, pasasalamat kaugnay ng kahandaan nilang ialay at aktwal na pag-aalay nila ng kanilang buhay para sa ating bansa, at pangatlo, pakikiramay sa kanilang mga mahal sa buhay at gayon din sa inyo at sa mga may kaibigan sa may pumanaw na Fallen 44.
Maraming salamat po, Your Honor, at makakarating po sa ating mga kasamahan yung sinabi nyo.
Thank you, sir. Now, sir, tungkol po sa inyong testimonya kanina, sabi nyo 250 killed at hindi 11 tulad ng unang sinabi ng MILF o 18 tulad ng pangalawa nilang sinabi. Ano pong basihan ng 250? Is this an estimate, an intelligence information?
Ito po, Your Honor, ito po ay base mismo doon sa statement ng ating kapulisan na na-involve doon sa operations at nag-survive. Inaisa-isa po namin sila na kinunan ng salita kung ilan talaga ang tao na nakinilang tinamaan at ikinonsolidate ito ni Police Superintendent Train doon sa assault force at si P.O.T. Christopher Lalan doon sa nabuhay na membro ng 55th Special Action Company, Your Honor.
Sunod ko pong katanungan, sabi nyo protektado ng MILF, kung tama ang pagkakaparinig ko, protektado ng MILF si Marwan. Kinukumpirma niyo po yan?
Sa aming pagtitingin at pagsusuri doon sa lokasyon na kinaroroonan ni Marwan, nasa less than 500 meters yung bahay ni Ustads Manan na isa sa mga brigade commander ng MILF.
So ito'y inference o deduction ninyo na imposibleng hindi alam at malamang protektado?
I agree with that, Your Honor.
Sinabi niyo rin po kanina na kaya isa sa mga dahilan kung ba't hindi kayo nag-coordinate sa AFP ay dahil may ugnayan tila ang MILF at ang AFP at nabubulilyaso yung mga nauna ninyong tangka. Ano rin po ang basihan nun, sir?
Your Honor, hindi po yung aking pahayag. Yung paghahanda po ng Armed Forces of the Philippines Operations, naghahanda yung mga kasamahan nila, yung mga tauhan nila. At oftentimes, yung dahil sa paghahanda sa operasyon, lumilitaw at nalalaman yun ng mga contact ng MILF na nandyan sa paligid or nandyan mismo sa mga kampo ng mga Armed Forces of the Philippines.
So kayo po mismo sang-ayon ba dun sa judgment call na yon na huwag mag-coordinate muna except TOT na? Di ba? Ano po ibig sabihin ng TOT uli?
Time on target po ng assault force, Your Honor.
So doon na lamang sila bibigyan ng impormasyon dahil po sa ganyang pag-aakala ninyo?
Base na rin po doon sa experiences namin sa mga nakaraan na operations na nabanggit ko kanina, doon sa April at saka May at saka yung June 2014, Your Honor.
May binanggit po kayong pangalan ng head ng IG kung saan sabi nyo, alam niya kung bakit at paano nakatakas si Marwan noong 2012. Ano pong ibig sabihin ninyo doon?
Hindi po yung director ng IG yung nabanggit ko kanina, Your Honor. Siya po si Police Chief Superintendent Noel de los Reyes, Deputy Director ng Intelligence ng Directorate for Intelligence at that time, Your Honor.
May we ask, Madam Chair, that he be invited as well to shed light just on this specific point. Is he here? Is he here, sir?
No, sir, he's not here.
May we just ask that he be invited, Madam Chair?
Sir, may I
yes,
inform you that he has already retired from service?
We can still invite him.
Yes, sir.
Now, to General Espina, sir, you said at close range pinutukan sa ulo yung inyong mga tauhan, yung mga SAF members natin. Based on your medical legal findings, buhay pa ba sila nung pinutukan ng malapit o hindi na?
Yung medical report namin, sir, may isa. Yung isa naman, sir,
May isa po na, no?
na confirmed na pinaputukan sa ulo, malapitan kasi may smudging. Yung isa, sir, may indications sa medical legal report din, sir. And the statement of Lalan na narinig na lang pinapuputukan niya isa-isa yung mga na-encounter doon sa field.
So, ilan po yung pinaputukan na close range na sinasabi niyong isa-isa na buhay pa? Base po sa medical legal at base po sa statement ni Lalan.
Si Lalan po, sir, kinonfirm ko lang ho yung statement. Hindi ho niya malaman kung buhay pa Pero, naririg niya, pinapuputukan isa-isa yung mga naengkwentro ng mga kalaban.
So hindi niya matiyak kung pinipinising lang o kung buhay pa't in-execute.
Yes, sir.
There is no way of knowing, sir? Hindi ba kaya ng medical legal yun? Dahil hindi ba, pag nagmarka yung pasa, de buhay pa nung pinalo yun. Pag pinaputukan, iba rin po yung makikita ninyo kung buhay pa at kung hindi na buhay.
I'll inquire, sir, if it's possible to determine. Kung buhay pa tapos pinaputukan na sa ulo.
Kindly submit to us, sir,
Yes,
if
sir.
at all the medical legal findings,
Yes, sir.
especially on this particular point, sir.
Will ko, sir.
Now, for both General Espina, General Napeñas, and General Pangilinan, I noticed you were communicating based on your reports by text message and by calls. So do you confirm that there is no way that the PNP can actually communicate with the AFP and vice versa? And based on the presentation of Brigadier General De Leon a while ago, sabi nyo, nung nasa field na kayo, there was no way to contact the SAF members, the 55th pin down in the MILF side. Do you confirm that, sir? Kaya nagde-textan lang kayo? Sir, General Espina?
Yung pong sa aking part, I learned about this after 5:30 in the morning of January 25. Na-engage na ho yung mga tropa. Nagte-text po ako kay General Rusty Guerrero, who is the commander of the Western Mindanao Command. I was in Manila, he was in Zamboanga. Nung binigay ho sa akin, through text message din ako na-impormahan ni Director Leon Peñas, I immediately called up General Guerrero. From the text message, based on the text message of Leon Peñas. I called him up and told him, I was here in Manila and he was there in Zamboanga. Sabi ko, Mr. tulungan mo naman yung mga bata na mukhang napapa-enkwentro. You know, ang sinabi ko sa kanya. Ang sagot niya sa akin, and he recorded it in his cell phone.
Also through text or
No,
call?
sir. No, sir. We were talking to each other.
I don't want to belabor the point, sir. The question actually is there interoperability with the communication equipment of the PNP and the AFP, either at the National Command or in the field? At your level, General Espina, is there such a thing?
Yes, sir. There is. It was already utilized doon sa PayPal visit. We could communicate with each other.
Not through cell phone po. I'm talking
No,
about
sir. No, sir. By radio.
General Napeñas, sir?
Doon sa tactical level at saka doon sa operational at saka doon sa tactical command post, wala po kaming communication ng radio doon sa Army. Doon sa tactical level, dahil nandoon na doon sa advanced command post yung mga Philippine Army, meron po kami yung radio doon na nakaka-directly contact doon sa mga 50-50 kasama ng ibang kumpanya po, Your Honor.
General De Leon, sir, in your presentation, you said, sorry, who made the presentation earlier? Or if I can ask our Chief of Staff, in your presentation, you said, nasa field na, kaya wala na kayong contact dun sa napapalabang SAF. I refer to page 16 of your presentation, slide number 32, 9:20 a.m. Troops of the 23rd Mechanized Company, blah, 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 tried to link up with elements of 55th SAC, but fail because there is no contact and communication to them as it was in the open field. Sir?
General Pangilinan po.
General Pangilinan, sir?
Yeah, Your Honor, wala pong radio communication during that time. In fact, magkaiba po ang radio na ginagamit po ng PNP at ng Army. But there is a very, it is very possible na pwede pong magkaroon ng kasunduan, kung magkakaroon ng kasunduan o pagpaplano na pwedeng yung aking radyoman could be sent with them or the radyoman could be placed on my troops so that there will be interoperability. Yan po ang kadalasan namin ginagawa.
But that was not done here.
Not done in this incident, Your Honor.
In this particular incident, it was not done. At any point in time, sir? During the entire incident, this was not done?
It was not done, Your Honor, except in the afternoon, at about 1700, when I was already in the tactical command post of my brigade commander, that was the time that I have a direct, face-to-face communication with the commander of Special Action Force.
That was 12 hours mula nung nagsimula yung bakbakan.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, if I may proceed, Madam Chairman, sinabi din po, General Pangilinan, dito sa presentation ninyo na hindi nyo, kayo po bang binabanggit dito, hindi nyo pinayagan yung number 3 option, pinayagan nyo yung 1 and 2. Yung number 3 option is to utilize the 105th Artillery. Referring to you, sir?
Yes, sir. Your Honor, totoo po yun. Nagpresenta po ang aking brigade commander, si Colonel Del Rosario, about the concept of reinforcement and extrication of the SAP. He gave 3 courses of action. The first one is to provide support by mechanized infantry. Second is the insertion of the Division Recon Company. And third is
Artillery.
the firing of the artillery. I said on the first 2, each go. But on the second, on the third, I said, hold. Because we don't have a complete information of the actual situation that is happening on the ground, Your Honor.
Sir, can I ask, I think Secretary Gasmin can validate this too. Correct me if I'm wrong. By experience, hindi ba, pag nagpasabog kayo doon ng white phosphorus, alam na ng mga kalaban ng pamahalaan doon na ang susunod doon, bomba na eh. Nagtatakbuhan na yan palayo. And white phosphorus is not deadly, correct me if I'm wrong, even if it hits somewhere near where our troops are. Is that an accurate statement, sir?
No, sir. It can cause burning to the troops.
Parang lumiliyab po ba siya?
Masusunog ka, sir.
But the portion where once you fire it, totoo po ba na it can provide some sort of at least leeway and time on the part of our troops dahil medyo aatras yung kalaban? By experience.
Kailangan malaman mo kung nasan yung kalaban at malaman mo kung nasan yung friendly troops so that you know where to hit.
But isn't that, sir, also a reference point? That's what is used to exactly know and find out where our troops are in relation to their enemies.
Correct, but you should know the exact location of both the enemy position and the friendly forces position.
Sir, General Pangilinan, sir, we did not know that and we only found out about that at 5:30 p.m.
During the course of the incident, Your Honor, dahan-dahan po naming nakukuha yung mga informations. Dahil unang-una po, hindi namin alam kung ilan ang SAF na nag-operate. Hindi namin alam kung saan yung kanilang area of operation. Hindi po namin alam kung anong lugar at yung eksakto, lalong-lalo na po kung dito ay may mga civilian communities. Yun po ang mga consideration na ating pong kinukonsider in order for us yung firing po ng artillery.
To clarify, sir, so lahat ng hinahanap niyong impormasyon, nakuha niyo lamang ng alas 5, alas 5:30, kaya doon pa lamang kayo nakapagpuputok ng white phosphorus?
Your Honor, sa katunayan po, doon lamang namin nalaman na meron pa palang isang grupo ng SAP that is operating. Nung una po, nung umaga, ang alam namin ay isa lamang pong grupo na which later we found out that is the 55th SAC. Hindi po namin alam na meron pa rin po palang 84th SAC. Nalaman lang po namin yan nung ako personally went to the tactical command post of my brigade at the old Capitol sa Ripagwak building, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. I'd like to utilize my time, Madam Chair. Just 2 more points. Mr. Lidasan? Sir? And Dr. Coronel, ma'am, MILF ang tumawag sa inyo at 7 o'clock na nagkakaroon ng bakbakan. Is that correct? Did I hear you correctly?
So, 6:38 a.m. ang tinawagan po ni Ginoong Ledyasan ay si General Galvez, who is his counterpart in our ceasefire.
And he is representing the MILF, right?
Yes, sir.
So, sir, at 6:30, alam nyo na ang kalaban ng MILF ay government troops. Because you were asking for a ceasefire already from your counterpart. So at 6:30 in the morning, the MILF knew na SAF o hindi man sundalo, basta gobyerno ang kalaban nila. Would that be an accurate statement, sir?
Ang unang information ko po sa Your Honor, sa aking pong counterpart ay pinapacheck ko po kung ano ang information dun sa bakbakan sa Tukan na Lipaw. At ang sinabi ko pa nga sa kanya is military yung engaged. At ang pinaka-immediate na gagawin po dito ay i-ceasefire na po natin yung
Sir, so my question at 6:30. Sir, I am presuming in the letter of Senator Cayetano a while ago na sinasabi ng MILF, sagot na raw ng Pangulo, which is not entirely accurate, ang legislative branch, ang judiciary. Here, I'm assuming too, when we say MILF, we're talking to one unit. So at 6:30, alam na ng MILF na ang kalaban nila, government troops, whether policeman o sundalo.
Opo, Your Honor.
Why did it take, how many hours, ma'am? 6 to 7 hours bago masabihan, because the staff could have easily called up their units, may radio communication naman at cellphone at tigil. But why did it take 6 to 7 hours before the MILF could instruct and order their men on the field to stop firing? And in fact, they only stopped firing when everyone was already dead.
Your Honor, ang una po sinabi ko sa counterpart po namin ay isi-ceasefire na po natin ito at ito po ang instruction ng aming leadership po sa Dalapanan. Ang continuing engagement po namin sa counterpart with the government is paano ho namin isi-ceasefire. And umabot na nga po sa point na we organize po yung task force and move to the area. Relayed na po yung mga information sa grounds, pero yung pag-execute po ng ceasefire ay hindi po madali with considering po yung situation sa ground at yung mga communication po na constraints. Yun po ang nagiging elemento kung bakit po kami din po nahirapan.
But sir, my question is, we have ongoing peace talks between the two of us, meaning government and MILF. At the first information na nalaman yung government forces yun, hindi pala sila nilusob ng BIFF, hindi pala Abu Sayyaf yun, hindi pala ibang lawless elements yun. Gobyerno to. Hindi ba dapat ang immediate reaction, tigil na agad? Whether tinawagan nyo, whether sinabihan nyo, whether kinausap nyo, shouldn't that be the immediate reaction? The AFP clearly played its role insofar as their commitments is concerned. They sought clarification. They didn't want to perhaps make the conflict or conflagration bigger. But on the part of the MLF, sir, I'm curious, bakit hindi po ganun? Kung alam na pala nyo, 6 a.m. pa lang, 6:30, na gobyerno yung kalaban nyo.
Ganun din po talaga ang aming intention, sir, Your Honor. Isa-separate po namin kagad, ceasefire, separate po namin, disengage ang situation sa ground. Kaya lang po, yung coordination po ang naging problema. Una-una, wala kami natanggap na coordination, but still, we wanted to coordinate our efforts to really effect this ceasefire as soon as possible. And tinawagan po namin ang mga ground commanders at hindi ko po intention na pangunahin yung investigasyon. Pero ang una po sinabi na sa amin, sila ang unang pinutukan at dalawa po agad ang tinamaan at isa po ang namatay sa tropa namin na na-engage nung staff doon sa may Tukan na Lipaw po. At ito na nga po sinabi ko sa subsequent na mga communication sa counterpart and which we are very engaged po and had very good efforts jointly during that incident, tragic incident. Paano po tayo makakapunta kaagad sa area at i-coordinate po natin mabuti yung efforts? Dahil ayaw po namin itong nangyari. Wala pong may gusto po sa nangyari na ito. Pati po kami pinatayan din po at marami din pong wounded, Your Honor po. Thank you.
Wala naman po talaga may gusto nung nangyari. One last point, Madam Chair, just a question to Secretary De Lima. Ma'am, just to clarify, correct me if I'm wrong. As a lawyer and Secretary of Justice, a peace agreement does not and will not change our criminal laws.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
The peace agreement does not grant amnesty. Does it?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor. It does not.
It does not.
Yes.
So kung lalabas po halimbawa sa investigasyon ng crime laboratory ng PNP na buhay pa, meaning hindi na in self-defense, charges can be filed, notwithstanding the ongoing peace agreements. Is that the position of the DOJ, ma'am?
Subject to the results of the investigation, yes. Because our position, Your Honors, is that the fact that there is an existing peace agreement between the GPH and MILF does not affect the powers of the state to enforce its laws and run after violators of the laws.
Regardless of any such agreement.
Yes, Your Honors, it does not. It cannot suspend the authority of the state to enforce its laws.
May I know, ma'am, by way of a parallel question, do you remember the Al-Barca incident wherein 24 or so of our soldiers, very much like this incident, supposedly stepped on the line, nag-stepping on the line daw sila, lumampas at pumasok sa territory na ng MILF, and they were killed. In fact, some of them were beheaded. May I know if the DOJ is doing something also along those lines? Because it's very similar.
Check, Your Honors. I'm sorry, I don't know the status of the criminal cases filed, if there have been criminal charges or criminal cases filed with respect to that incident.
General Katapang, sir, just one question on that. Ano pong status nun? Naalala niyo po yun? I'm sure that's difficult to forget as well.
Based on our investigation, there was a punishment for the officers who were commanding, and that caused his going down to about 25 piles, and he not being recommended for promotion.
But sir, that's what's sad eh. Yung opisyal na nagkamali, pinarusahan at kinort martial, pero yung pumatay at namugot, my question is, were cases even filed against them, even John Doe's?
There's an ongoing investigation on that.
How long was that ago, sir?
I think
That was 2010, 2011, if I'm not mistaken. Secretary De Lima, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor. I was just reminded by General Espina that indeed criminal cases have been filed against 100 or so accused. And in fact, warrants of arrest have been issued, although there have been there are several John Does in that particular criminal information. So there are cases filed, Your Honors.
One last question on that point, Madam Chair, and I will yield. Secretary Deles, are you aware of these? And what is the government panel that's supposed to be protecting the side of government doing about these things?
May I be clarified, sir, about which
Warrants of arrest were issued, according to them, and that particular encounter involved the MILF. Is that even being talked about? Is government even insisting on that?
Yes, Your Honor. If our Justice Department or any other department in government says that certain things have to happen, then certainly that is communicated.
So they haven't,
to the
ma'am?
MILF.
So they haven't?
In the matter of the law enforcement with Al-Barca, Your Honor, I understand that it was not seen that OPAP needed to play a role here.
It was not, ma'am?
It was. I think it was not seen that OPAP needed to have a role here because the security forces took over the investigation. The DOJ has its role.
Ma'am, there are already warrants of arrest. Aren't you discussing or taking this up even with your counterparts? Naoy, cooperate. I bring this up, ma'am, because this might fall under the same category again, and I would want to avoid that situation.
Your Honor, we have at every point, including now, very strongly expressed the need for cooperation and accountability of the MILF, Your Honor.
Can you give us an update, ma'am, as well on this Al-Barca incident or update insofar as the warrants of arrest too? At another time po. Hindi na po ngayon.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you.